Hi, I'm Miha Kovacic, Director of Slovenian Convention Bureau and President of Site Slovenia Chapter Information. Gastronomy is one of the USPs of Slovenian incentive product. Slovenia made great step ahead in the gastronomy in the last few years. Among other things, it has been named European Region of Gastronomy in 2021. Our aim is to position Slovenia as a top European gastronomy country, on the other side maintaining its authenticity. Michelin Guide, the most prestigious gastronomic guide in the world, has recently included Slovenia to its new destinations. Mojmir Siftar is presenting a younger generation of Slovenian chefs. I would say he's one of the top younger talents in Slovenia. He started cooking at the age of 14, imagine that, alongside one of the best Slovenian chefs, Janez Bratovž, at JB restaurant in Ljubljana. Mojmir became the captain of young Slovenian cooking team. Over the years, he gained knowledge and experience in several restaurants and hotels. Last year, he was named Top Talent 2019 by Guy Melio. Mojmir, I'm really excited that we are having a cooking class today.
Yeah, me too. So let's get to it and get it done.
Right, great, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so today we're gonna prepare two dishes. First of them is a staple dish of every Slovenian home, and that's a beef soup. It's very simple, yet very tricky. And the other dish is also a very practical for every home in Slovenia. It's a sea salt baked sea bass. Very simple, yet very delicious. And as I started, Micha, so will you have to by start peeling the veggies.
We do with pleasure.
Let's go. So for the beef soup, it's all about the fresh ingredients.
Okay.
I take it all from our local farm markets and local producers. The beef soup naturally starts with the beef. We have around chuck of beef.
Wow.
You can also put bones if you don't want to eat the meat later, but we make another dish of the meat when it's cooked properly. So, about 5 pounds of meat goes into cold water. We add some onions, which we previously pan fried until black. That gives the really caramel color to the soup.
That's the difference, I didn't know that.
That's the most important trick of the beef soup. So, some roasted onions, some fresh carrots, yellow, white, orange, some parsnip, a little bit of tomatoes, some parsley, some lavage, celery, turnip, and of course the spices. We go with salt, whole pepper, and some dry bay leaves. That's it. We put it all in the pot. We start, as I said, from cold water, bring it not to the boil, but close to the boil. It mustn't boil, so it stays clear. Okay. We simmer it for about 3 to 4 hours, and the soup is done.
So long?
Yeah. Okay. Nice and slow.
Mojmir, I love the beef soup. I'm looking forward to taste it. How tastes yours? But I see you have another dish.
Yeah, the other dish we're gonna prepare today is simple, delicious, and it takes no time to prepare it. So it's a sea bass cooked and baked in salt in the oven. It has only 3 ingredients: water, ground salt, and fresh sea bass.
One question, you said salt. There are a lot of salts. Is this any specific salt or can we use any?
No, it's, of course in Slovenia we use our own salt from Piran salt making fields. It's very sweet against the other salts from the rocks or from the bigger seas. It has its own specifics, and we use only Slovenian salt.
Oh, fine.
Okay, so the trick is we need salt and water. The water is to make the salt a little bit sticky. It sticks together, so we can mold it around the sea bass. You can see it's getting together, and it's gonna hold it together while we bake the sea bass. We're making it like a snowball, and we put it on the bottom.
Can I help?
No, you got your hands dirty with the veggies. It's enough. I'll do the rest. So we put it. We place the sea bass, which is clean, but the scales are still on, so the salt doesn't go into the meat and it doesn't oversalt the fish. We just cleared the guts. We need to make sure the sea bass, the inner part stays closed so the salt doesn't go in. We place and then we just work it over.
While he's covering the fish, I have a question for you, dear audience. How much salt do we need to cover both of them? This is a question, and the winner gets a prize. So, nearly done.
So we need to make sure the fish is covered all over so it doesn't dry out. The salt is gonna create a crust around the fish, and it basically is gonna cook it inside of the salt, but it'll still be very moisty because it won't let the water escape from the fish. So when fully covered, we put it in a preheated oven to 180 degrees. If a fish weighs around 1 kilo, we bake it for 1 hour and the fish is done.
Mojmir, tell me, who is your cooking role model? Must be one. Or several.
There are several of them, of course. If we're talking in Slovenia, that would definitely be my first chef, which was Janez Bratos from the JB restaurant. He was my first contact with the kitchen, and he basically taught me all the basics in the kitchen, of the kitchen life, of the chef life. But looking globally, it would be certainly Fergus Henderson from St. John in London.
Okay.
I like his mentality, his nose to tail philosophy, that nothing goes to waste. He started doing that before anybody in the world started talking of no waste and local and stuff like that. So that would be my ultimate role model in the kitchen.
And of course, tell me, what's your favorite Slovenian dish?
There's several of them. Again. But if I wouldn't say as one dish, but as a tradition, it's kuline, which is basically the whole tradition around pig slaughter, which is going into forgetness. People start to forget what kuline is. It's a very, very old and most known food tradition in Slovenia, and it comes from my region, Prekmurje, and I like that the best. And all the dishes prepared around that tradition.
As a child, I was also doing that, and I still have great memories on that. So, what a great...
We all do. We all do.
Great, thank you. Kowal Group, your employer, has several restaurants in Ljubljana, of course, and you're opening a new star. I know the name, but you're doing completely a new story. So, what is the new restaurant in Ljubljana, the capital of Slovenia?
Basically, we're renewing a restaurant which was originally opened in 1967. It was called Pain Club, and we're gonna keep the name as a pain restaurant, which it's located in the facilities of the writers and poets of Slovenia. And we're renewing the tradition, but making it a little bit modern, the same sophisticated level, the same charisma, I would say, and we're renewing a great story, which I hope will meet the expectations.
Oh, definitely. Ljubljana is getting great restaurants, and of course now with the Michelin, so you have a great opportunity to be one of the stars in Ljubljana.
That was my ambition since the first day I stepped into the kitchen. So hopefully, I must knock on the wood, it will get to me.
All the success on the way to that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Pa dober tek.